What is the most expensive item you've ever purchased? Why did you purchase it and did you end up regretting it? I'm assuming this post is gonna fill up with people saying their house. My divorce. No regrets. My most expensive purchase was a John Deere S680 combined $269,900. I do regret buying it. While it was a necessary purchase, 2 years later I caught my wife cheating and had to sell it along with everything else I owned to give her half. Airplane, not as much as a house, but still. Purchased it because I was traveling for work and it was a lot more efficient cost and time than either driving or flying commercial. Already had the pilot license. After I stopped needing it for work, it was too much fun convenient to give it up. Still use it for work some though. No regrets. My mountain bike and never regret it. Thought about it a long time before pulling the trigger. Gotten so much riding time out of it. I'd say it's paid itself in full and then some. My vehicle. I needed one, though I wish I didn't need it. Item: lake house. Why? Because it's a house on a lake. Regret not for a second. Kids, they never go off the payroll. 10 grand cash, several times. Seems to be my limit. What is this regret you speak of? My house, and yes, I let my wife pick it. I don't want to live in the city. I found one on top of the mountain where I could run butt naked through the woods. A divorce. $50,000 honeymoon. Wife's thing. Didn't regret it. Her money at the time. But our money now. That's okay. Retiring early on her income. Edit actually. Reversing the vasectomy. $6,000 up front. $250,000 on the back end. My house, and nope. I got it when the interest rate was still low and the real estate market wasn't insane. If I sold it today I could get nearly twice what it was originally valued for. I don't do that because everything else has gone up in value similarly and interest rates are still high. My pet dragon. My degree. House, in cash. No regrets. I've got everything I want and am isolated from everyone. My wife, I'm still paying on her. Been paying for 20 years so far. I've been looted for taxes more than anything else in my life. Taylor Swift tickets. House. Ex-wife. Besides car, computer $700. My car. It was around $20,000. I have a little over a fourth of it left to pay. I don't regret. The car I was driving was 20 years old and I kept running into problems with it and it kept breaking down on the way to work. My wife's teeth. $52K, made of zirconium. A divorce with child support payments. Grimace pouting. A sick vacation around the world, literally in 2019. Anytime I tell people the places I went it's a conversation. A college education. Coulda learned it by just pulling degree tracks off the internet and going to a library. Outside of homes, cars, and my divorce it would be my Omega Seamaster. I don't regret the purchase. I barely wear that watch anymore. But it was still an accomplishment for me to acquire a watch of that quality. I used to gamble 2 Bitcoin per hand of solitary poker. I don't remember. Let me ask my accountant, but it will take a while, so you shall wait. Just skip to the chase. So despite spending that much money I don't think I ever regret it. Otherwise I would remember it. My house. No regrets. A car, no regrets so far. It's a nice car with a long warranty. 2015 BMW M235 in 2018. House $400,000, car $35,000, fridge $5,000. I went to Denmark. Norway, Sweden, and Finland for 12 days. With the hotels and everything, it was $10,000 US. It was worth it. In Norway, we did a lot of hiking. We saw about 10 city centers and about 25 other major sites. The farms in Norway were spectacular and Stockholm was great. Copenhagen and Oslo were also a joy. We hiked up a glacier in Norway. Our tour group walked through the woods a lot. That was nice. It wasn't all coffee shops and department stores. We took a cruise ship from East Coast Sweden to West Coast Finland. Then took a train to Helsinki. The locals were very cool. We went in July. A college degree. Not worth the cost. Imho. My car, followed by Samsung, followed by my iPhone 13 Pro Max. Luxury condo on the beach in a foreign country. My lawnmower for sure, 6K-ish. Excluding my house and cars. Zero regrets. My Razor 15. More expensive than my car, lol. My car. I shouldn't have gone so high and actually should have walked out and then filed a small claims case against them for false advertising. I didn't really need a car at the time, and after I talked to the salesman, the price went up by $2,000 for features I wouldn't have paid anything for. I was just exhausted at the end of my day and correctly apparently believed that Geico was going to quit paying for my trips since their customer destroyed my car. It was a car. My original vehicle died, and instead of getting another shitbox, I decided to get the car I wanted, which wasn't luxurious. It was a 2011 Mazda 3. I drove it for a year, moved cities, and paid a high price to park it and not use it. Sold it for a loss. Learned a good lesson: sometimes a thing, even if it's a nice thing, is still just a thing. Kicker bike. $4,000. Fairly pricey for an indoor trainer, but it's some of the best money I've ever spent. I have 12,000 miles on it now. Leaving aside my college degree, house, car, wedding rings. My Fender American Special HSS, a little under $800 at the time. A house. No, I'm living in it now. My truck, $28,000. It was cool and I don't regret it. My truck, 2011 5.0 F150. Miss my gas mileage, love the truck too much. When I moved from an apartment to a house, I spent a few grand to get a very large TV. It's been 8 years now and it still looks great. Car, that was about $13,000. A new car. I had a pretty good job when I was 19, so I bought a new car. House. No regrets. Bought before a boom. Sold at the top of a boom. No, in a different country and may not be able to buy again, but never mind. A house. Yes. I regretted it. It was early 2007. I bought it because I thought that's what you were supposed to do. And renting was a rip-off. Turns out I would have been better off. Paintball marker. Wasn't taken care of, but I'm happy now that I did the repairs. Putting aside homes and vehicles. I just ordered a La Z-Boy sectional. Haven't had time to regret it yet. A Apache helicopter. A wife 010 would recommend. My truck. $60K. Cost me more than my house that I bought for $23,000. That was 23 years ago, though I bought the house and it needed a lot of work. My now former house, $440,000. A 5,000 race car. That I ended spending obscene amount of money to win $20 trophies. But I didn't regret it 1 minute. Yacht. Little over 2,000 United States dollars for my gaming laptop. Top specs laptop, I think, for about 3,500 euros. Freedom from debt. My car.